Hey, welcome back to this episode 20 of the Let's Play series. So I just tried to start the video, logged on, had some technical difficulties. We've been offline for about 10 hours. We just collected all our arrow towers, lost off 40,000 of our gold, and then I just started doing a raid on Targaryen. And then the feed cut out, so I gained about 40,000 there. I was unable to actually defeat her. She was giving 80,000 when I attacked her last time, roughly. So she dropped down significantly now. Probably won't attack her. We'll go and attack this person for 85,000. Looks to be a very easy base. Towers all scattered. So we're going to go and farm some gold now, since all our towers have finished upgrading. We have a new gargoyle tower finished, and all the arrow towers have been upgraded to level 2 or level 3 here. Definitely need to work on getting 150,000 to upgrade the sword rain, because I need to be able to take out the pyromancers in one hit. And these last few videos have been the first time that we've actually seen the pyromancers in this game here. Before, in the lower trophy range, you don't really see pyromancers, but now we're getting up into the thousands. I think we're at like 1,050. We're seeing a lot more pyromancers everywhere, and they're not getting killed in one hit, so they're definitely doing a lot of damage. That's the main focus that you have to worry about in this, this environment when you use knights, is take out the pyromancers, and your knights will be able to do a very, very good job. But if the pyromancers live, they just destroy your army. Let's sit back here and regenerate just a little bit. Use the sword rain to take out all the knights. This is why you want to use paladins, because they won't be as affected by the sword rain. You can see he had an army of like 8 knights, and they all just got wasted with one sword rain. That's why in your army composition, your castle guard, you want a lot of knights and a few ranged troops scattered throughout. Knights are okay, but knights are just filler pretty much. You don't want them to have a mass army of knights, because you won't be that effective. People will be able to kill them in one sword rain, regardless of what level they are, pretty much. So it's no good to have a 1,000 knight army if they can just die in one little click. So that's something you got to remember. So it was a nice raid there. We got about 85,000. We almost have enough. If we collect our taverns, we'll do that real quick, and we'll have enough to start the upgrade. And it's lagging a little bit. So go and start the upgrade on the sword rain. So in 6 hours that will be done. We'll go check and see what we can get in the next one. We'll go ahead and attack him. Fill me 62,000. He didn't look too difficult. I didn't take that good of a look. I saw 62,000, pretty decent amount, especially after we've raided a few times, as your loot is going to slowly start decreasing. Every time you raid, your loot will go down, a good 10 to 20,000. And I've noticed with the new system that your loot increases substantially once you upgrade your throne room. So I have a game account that went from throne room 6 to throne room 7, and all my favorites were typically giving me about 120,000 in gold. And then when I upgraded to throne room 7, those same people were able to give me about 150,000, typically when I log in and they haven't been attacked for a while, or I haven't attacked for a while. So the upgrading the throne room is vital to increasing the amount of gold that you get. So that's going to be one of the first things that you're going to want to do now, is always constantly save up and upgrade your throne room as soon as possible, so you can acquire more loot during your raids, which will make it easier to upgrade everything else. Sitting back here and regenerating just a little bit. I'm going to sword rain to take out the Froster. . Got to make sure the bomb doesn't hit the army of knights there. So I'm trying to keep my hero separated from my army of knights so he can take the Pyromancer's fire damage. You can see it does a decent job of, kind of diverting the Pyromancer away from all those people because there's no knights to attack, so they just go after the hero. You see that big spawn right there probably is all going to die and kill all my soldiers. We'll be able to kill the gate shortly, though. It's got little to no life, and we'll kill it right there with the special hammer strike. So I'm not sure what next we're going to be saving up for. I might try and save up for the throne room upgrade, like I said, to get more loot. We'll see. I think it needs 1.5 million at this level, 1.2. So it's a little far off. We can check and see how much we have stored up. I don't think we have anything big in here yet, so that really won't help us. So the throne room will have to probably be for another day. We definitely can't get 1.2 million. That's going to be a little bit of a struggle. We'll have to use a gold shield to save up enough gold to get 1.2 million. Definitely worth the gold shield though, because when you get attacked, you do get some gems, and once you start building a good defense, with a 1-day gold shield, I typically get about 20 or so gems from that 1-day gold shield. So when the people attack me, they give me 1 or 2 gems, then it all adds up. So it really cuts down the 1-day gold shield cost. So even though it says it costs like 45 gems, you'll actually get quite a bit of gems from your defense if it's a good defense. So that's something to think about. It's like a little hidden effect of the gold shield. Because you're able to store a lot more gold, people are more prone to attack you because you have a lot of like loot to steal, but you don't lose it. But people still want to attack you because there's a lot available. So they'll use scrolls, they'll use resurrection, and you'll get a lot of free gems out of the deal. So I'd say probably on average, you should figure every time you use a 1-day gold shield, you probably get about 10 free gems out of it. Then of course it does depend on your defense. You do have to have a decent defense, because if it's someone who could just walk through with a bunch of knights, then obviously there's no reason to use scrolls. So like, I mean, this person right here, even if he had a gold shield on, there'd be no reason for me to use any scrolls whatsoever because he was just so easy to beat. A tactic someone has posted on the forums involves dropping your trophies down a substantial amount and then saving up your gold and then using a gold shield, so you have a low trophy count comparative to where you typically are. And then at that rate, since you're fighting all weaker players, they're going to have a harder time fighting your base. They're, in theory, going to use more scrolls against you and die. So I haven't tested that out yet. I haven't dropped down tons of trophies and tested out the gold farming method there. Maybe something I'll be doing in one of the other videos. So for now, we're just going to go and attack anyone pretty much that we see has over 50. So this one's a very nice base. 87,000 gold, which is a ton of gold. Doesn't have any gargoyle towers. He has a lot of frosters, so he appears to be pretty weak. So a couple cannons and then a bunch of knights, and it should be game over for him. I don't see any reason why we don't defeat his base 100% here. Oh, the frosters will die in one hit. He has no pyromancers, it looked like. Like I said, it should be fairly easy. I'm going to save up and bring out one more cannon. Just got to take out the spikes for my knights. You still always have to take care of the basics, pretty much regardless. I mean, if you got sloppy and weren't paying attention to your hero's life, you could die. And if you don't take care of the spikes and just let the knights walk over them, it could destroy all your knight army, which would cost you a lot of seconds. So then the rest is just easy. Castle gates. So a very nice raid for us, about 80,000 there. I'll have to figure out what we're going to spend this gold on. We're getting close to the 200,000 mark now, I believe. Probably have enough time for one more raid for this episode. Yeah, 250,000. And definitely not going to attack him. Just going to scroll for time saving. Here's a very nice base of 82,000. It's a straight line pretty much, which means it's a very, very weak base. Anytime you see that straight line where they only have like the one curve that they do in the tutorial, you know that the player is very, very weak. They haven't developed their road at all, which is horrible. This guy does have pyromancers, which is good for him and bad for us. But with him having such a straight road, there's no way for his pyromancers to really like hide behind buildings or like the pathway. So it shouldn't be too bad for us. Again, I apologize for the video, quality. If there's any way I can get a better stream, I definitely would like to hear from you guys. So we're moving up slowly but surely. The pyromancers are giving us a little bit of trouble, but we're almost at the end of his base. A couple cannons have been sitting in the back. And again, I really apologize for the video stream. I see it's stuck at, at a hammer strike image, it looks like. But this base is going down. We're at the gate at 104. Really nothing to it. We have a couple cannons alive. So I'm going to try and fix the video after this. After the castle gate goes down, just went down. So we did get 82,000 out of that. Again, I apologize you weren't able to see the fight. There was really nothing to it. He had a couple pyromancers, a couple buildings, but it was all straight line, so it's very close to get to his base. And so we have 329,000. 3 workers left. We do need to upgrade our wave. We'll leave that for the last. We do need to fill in the wave as well. Just going to fill in with Paladin. I'm going to actually replace some of my knights that have been placeholders in here. Again, we haven't set up our wave troops at all, but now that we're actually starting to focus on our defense a little bit more, I'm going to set it up more properly with more paladins in there. See, all the waves are very, very weak. You can get to the different waves, by sliding your finger on the clock. It shows you all your different waves that you have unlocked. So don't forget to continue upgrading all these little waves. Let's see, so we have 329,000. We do need to upgrade our barricades. Those are max. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade some of our arrow towers. Upgrade this one to level 5. Can't up with the castle gate anymore. Can't upgrade that.